Well, I get up at 7. Yeah, I go to work at 9. I've got no time for living, yes. I'm working all the time. It seems to me I can live my life a lot better than I think I am. I guess that's why they call me the working man. They call me the working man. I guess that's what I am. That's Working Man by Rush, 1974. Alex Lifeson and Geddy Lee, the lyrics. Yes, it's the Working Man here. The Big E, Eric Arnold, back in the sports barn here on this Saturday, the 30th of April. Oh, it's about 9:30 in the morning. Well, we cranked out another unit last night, just short of another unit. We had 4 games, 4 underdogs. We split them, which is what we needed to do for a winning night. So we did what we had to do. Sounds like the geese are back. But at any rate, we got 3 plays for you here on Saturday. Just 3 plays. I had 3 items, and I don't write stuff down. I should. I actually rattled off those lyrics by memory. But I don't write things down. So, okay, 1. Okay, subscriber F, you win that first round. Subscriber F, our Mets fan. Yes, the Phillies did not win. Yes, I lost money. The Phillies pick a great time to get no hit. As if there's a good time to get no hit. I had money on the game. That was a particularly bad time to get no hit. I'll give you this, subscriber F. I have decided that Pete Alonso is my new favorite player. It just occurred to me last night watching this guy, and I thought, I'm kind of coming around to liking this Pete Alonso. I mean, he gets in a car crash and just keeps right on playing. He gets hit in the face with a 90-plus mile an hour fastball, and he just keeps on playing. And then he comes up, his walk-up music is Working Man by Rush. This is my new favorite. And as soon as I heard that walk-up music, I'm like, I think this guy's my new favorite player. And as soon as I said that, boom! He hits a moonshot to go up 3-0. I was so happy. I didn't, I was so excited that he's my new favorite player. I didn't even mind. So, hey, Pete Alonso, I'll trade you Rhys Hoskins for Pete Alonso. What do you say to that, subscriber F? Will you take that deal? But yeah, so that was 1 item. Item 2, you got the Trevor Bauer deal here. I don't know. I mean, I don't know Trevor Bauer's the hill I want to die on. I don't know I want to argue his case. It just seemed like 2 years. And he doesn't even get credit for time served. In other words, this guy hasn't pitched in 1.5 years, it seems like. And now he's going to be out for another 2 years. This just seems like, man, I mean, I don't know that we'll find out all the details of the MLB investigation, but the police did an investigation and they didn't seem to think there was any sort of issue there, any sort of crime. So, part of me says, all right, they deliberately overcharged the guy, knowing he's going to appeal. So that way the arbitrator, will probably meet in the middle. That way the MLB is sure that the middle is going to be a pretty hefty middle. In other words, if we suspend him for half a season, he's going to appeal, and then he's going to get a 40-game ban. Whereas if we suspend him for 300 some games, then we're sure he's going to be out a year. So unless the arbitrator just says, no, that's just ridiculous, and you get 40 games. So I don't know what'll happen here. I mean, I don't know if Bauer, he's a crazy person, this guy. So who knows what he's going to do? If he's going to dump his own dirty laundry out there himself, and it'll be interesting to see if any of this is public when this arbitration. I guess that's how these disputes are decided. But first, I think they go to an arbitrator, and then if the arbitrator rules against Bauer, he'll probably go to court. He'll probably go to federal court, I guess. That's where Tom Brady ended up going when he didn't like the decision by the NFL. So it seems like excessive. It just seems 2 years just seems excessive to me. But then, I'd like to hear the MLB's case as to, how egregious this all was before, just on, they could convince me that it's warranted. They could convince me. Then finally, looks like the Sixers are done. Joel Embiid breaks his face in garbage time, no less. They're up like 30 with 4 minutes to go. And he catches an elbow from the Toronto player, cracking his orbital bone and giving him a mild concussion. And see, I think Embiid's going to try to play through this. I think he wants to play. I think he doesn't care if he gets hurt any further. This dude really wants to play. I just think the NBA and the Sixers organization will prevent him from playing. They're just going to say, no, we're not playing you. We're not sanctioning that. Adam Silver will come down and say, no, you're not playing. We're not going to have one of our stars carried off the court in the playoffs in front of our biggest TV audiences with a brain injury and have the cancel culture come down on us like an anvil saying, why didn't you prevent this? So I think that the powers that be are just going to tell Embiid he can't play, and Embiid will back down. I'd love it if Embiid just comes out there in uniform and he just walks out to center court and there's 6 players on the court and says, I'm here, and shoves B-ball Paul over to the bench and say, you're not playing B-ball. I am here and we're going to play. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. So, but I don't know. I don't know if he could, could he suffer brain damage? Would his face fall apart if he gets hit in the face with the basketball? I don't know the answer there. So, most likely scenario, he's done for the year. The Sixers will be done for the year with him. I have a hate-love-hate relationship with that team anyway. So, I guess I'll now root for Jimmy Butler and the Heat. All right, let's get to them 3. Well, let's show you here what we did yesterday. As I said here, we lost with the Phillies. They were never in it. That team just they have holes in their bats right now. It's just pathetic. The Mets really didn't do much last night in the way of pitching. I watched the majority of that game. Well, they didn't do much. They shut them. They no-hit them. They no-hit them with fastballs right down the middle. I mean, these guys just threw them fastballs all game long, and the Phillies just couldn't hit them. 95, 96 miles an hour, and the Phillies couldn't catch up to it. So, I'm not sure what to say about that. I keep saying the Phillies are not a good team. You see, that's the problem. You can't just, I was explaining this to my wife, you can't just take the good teams and bet them every day. In other words, if you play the Dodgers every day, you're not going to make money. You have to occasionally catch some of these bad teams and win with them. Pittsburgh Louis pointed this out, that the Pirates are going to lose 100 games, but they're still going to win 60, and they're going to win those 60 at a half-decent price. So you got to try to occasionally take a bad team and try to win with it. Try to pick your spots. Not easy. So the Phillies suck. We picked the wrong time to stop sniffing glue and pick the Phillies. So, oh well. What else do we have? The Cubs. I mean, good Lord, that could be a bad team. That could be a bad team. They've got some pieces there, but their pitching looks weak. How a team with that kind of payroll capacity is going to put out a 100-loss team? Oh, come on now. Come on. This is not right. These guys should be better than they are. But they blew up that good front office. Theo's gone. So, the clowns could be in charge there. And don't know here about the Cubs going forward. But then we did hit a nice one there with the Astros premium team. And then the Diamondbacks made our night. Baumgartner was pretty good. He was pretty good, gave him 5 strong innings, and then the bullpen held it. The Diamondbacks actually scored a couple runs and made it, a nice win. So, good night for us. Let's get on to Saturday. So what do we got here? Well, the Big E giveth and the Big E taketh away. We're going to flip the script here on two of our winners from yesterday. Well, the two winners. We're going to take the Blue Jay. Well, let's start chronologically. We're going to take the Cardinals. This is probably our favorite game of the day. The Diamondbacks are playing pretty well right now. I thought about this before the game last night. They had played the last 6 games against the Mets and Dodgers, and they split them. That's pretty good. Then they went ahead and beat the Cardinals last night. So now they're 4 out of their last 7 games against really good competition. Okay, that's enough of that. The Diamondbacks stink. I still say that's a bad team. They lost, 110 games last year? More, less. It was a lot. It was a lot. And I'm not buying it. They've won a couple games here early in the season, but this is not a good team. So I think that what's happening here is they're feeling good about themselves. Too good. This quick turnaround, day game after a night game. I think they're just going to go through the motions here today, knowing that they've got a game in their pocket. Well, there's a loss to the Cardinals in there. I skipped that. But anyway, yeah, I think that they're going to go through the motions here this afternoon. And they've got a very hittable pitcher on the mound. I think the Cardinals are going to score some runs this afternoon. We like the Cardinals here. Not too hateful of a price, considering how much better I think the Cardinals are than the Diamondbacks. The Cardinals also are always they're a good home team. Always have been. I expect them to have a decent crowd out there this afternoon. And we're going to go ahead and take a shot here with the Cardinals. And then we're going to go up to Toronto and take a shot with the Blue Jays. Same kind of thinking. That the Astros went in there, they got their first game, now they're going to relax. Big crowd expected up there at Sky Dome this afternoon. And I expect the Blue Jays to be out there playing, swinging the bats. That's a really good team right now. I think that team is they got more guns right now than the Astros do. The Astros are missing a few of their key pieces. Barrios for the Blue Jays, he's on a streak right now. This guy's won 5 in a row. And when I say win, I don't know, do you give him the W, but his team has won 5 straight with him on the mound. Maybe the Blue Jays are his home, and he's feeling pretty good. So he's been good at home. We're going to play him. We'll take the Blue Jays. And then this last one, I kind of had to talk myself into this one. The Reds are so goddamn bad, you're almost thinking, all right, this will be the game they win. They can't lose them all. But I don't know, maybe they can. The Rockies, they're without Chris Bryant, but the Rockies are good at home. They're just better. Everybody on that team plays better when they're at home. They're going to have a huge crowd out there. Cool for the Rockies has been really good. So I kind of expect him just to pitch well again. The Reds, they've got, stone cold rookie, a journeyman nobody out there. That makes me a little nervous in that this guy's going to be highly motivated to pitch well. But that could work the other way too. In other words, I've got to pitch well. If I pitch well, this could make or break basically my entire life. So I've got to throw well. And then, the team's playing off. I mean, I would think that there wouldn't be much pressure because the team's terrible. So how could he be any worse than some of these other guys? Their super stud last night got blown up, Hunter Green. So he's probably thinking, I can't do any worse than that guy. And he's going to get paid $1 billion more than I am. But on the other hand, he might just, it's thin air and I can't really get a grip here and throw my curveball. And I have to be careful so the ball doesn't end up on the rock pile, and it may just the Coors Field may just intimidate him, and he may just kind of fall apart. So we're going to go ahead with the Rockies. We're not laying that hateful a price, considering we're playing against one of the worst teams in the league. So relatively cheap price here. So let's go ahead there. So that's 3. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can have another winning day. We're up roughly 5 units now for the season. That's a good start. That's a really good start. Last year, we were lousy in April, and then we really heated it up after May Day. So, hey, if we're off to a good start and we heat it up like we did last year, we could be in for a really good year. So that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. The working man is hoping for a big year, because it's no fun to bust your ass and work and not get paid. Who wants to do that? Hey, hit that like button. Let's get a few more views here. I'm going to have to do something. Maybe start my own Twitter account or something now that I can tweet without feeling guilty, that there's some tweet freedom, and see if I might be able to drive a few more views and traffic that way. Hey. All I got for you, good. Have a good weekend. Eric Arnold telling you that I believe in free speech, and we may talk again before the weekend's over. If not, we'll see you Monday for our summary episode. Signing off.